Hi, Mr. Wright here, and in this film we're going to work through these grade 4 and 5 questions on congruence and similarity. You can download the questions by clicking the link in the description, and then you can have a go at the questions and then watch the film, or you can work on the questions as you watch the film and work alongside me. If you've got any questions, leave them in the comments. If you find the film useful, hit like and leave me a comment telling me so. It would be good to get some positive feedback. Right, let's get on with the maths. Question 1. Write down the letters of two of the shapes that are congruent. Now, congruent means that they're exactly the same. So that's going to be shape E and shape C. And now it says 2 of the 7 shapes are similar but not congruent. Write down the letters of those 2 shapes. So I'm looking for 2 shapes, and one of them has to be an enlargement of the other. And the answer is going to be A and F, because F is an enlargement of A. It happens to be by a scale factor of 2. Right, let's move on to question 2. Here are 6 shapes. 2 of these shapes are congruent. Write down the letters. So we're looking for 2 shapes which are exactly the same. Well, it's going to be A and F. Okay. On the grid below, draw a shape that is congruent to shape T. So what I need to do is I need to make an exact copy of shape T, and that will be congruent to shape T. Question 4. I've got 2 similar quadrilaterals here, and I'm asked in part A to work out the length from G to X. From G to H, which is that length there, isn't it? Now, what's the scale factor here? Well, I see that that's 6, and the corresponding length on the larger one is 9.6. So I'm going to do 9.6 divided by 6 to work out that the scale factor is 1.6. To go from small to large, I multiply by 1.6. Now, in this case, to find that one, I'm going from the large to the small. So the answer is going to be 4 divided by 1.6. And so I get the answer 2.5 or 2.5. Now, what about working out the length from B to C? Here's B to C. That corresponds to the 5.7, doesn't it? So BC is going to be the 5.7 multiplied by 1.6. 5.7 multiplied by 1.6 gives me 9.12. And that's question 4. Let's have a look at question 5. Here we are. Again, we've got similar triangles. Let's work out the scale factor. Which sides correspond? The 6 and the 15. So if I do 15 divided by 6, then I know that the scale factor is 2.5. Now, work out the length of DF. Well, this is DF here. It corresponds to the 4.2. It's going to be the 4.2 multiplied by 2.5. So that gives me an answer of 10.5. And what about, for part B, the length of BC corresponds to the 19.5, doesn't it? But this time, because I'm going from large to small, it's going to be 19.5 divided by 2.5. 19.5 divided by 2.5, 7.8 for BC. Let's move on to question 6. Here we are. Similar triangles again. Again, I've got 20 and 45. Look, those are my corresponding sides. So I'm going to work out the scale factor from small to large. 45 divided by 20. I'm multiplying here by 2.25. The larger one is 2.25 times the smaller one. Work out the length of AB. Where's AB? Oh, AB's here. Corresponds to 36. So I'm going to do 36 multiplied by 2.25. Gives me an answer of 81. Given that BC is 54, I better mark that. BC is 54, there we are. Work out the length of EF. I've got to work out this length. It corresponds to the 54, but this time, because I'm going from large to small, I'm going to do 54 divided by that scale factor. 54 divided by 2.25 gives me an answer of 24. Question 7. Now, we need to be slightly careful with question 7 because those triangles, that diagram is misleading because this angle is equal to that angle. So this side corresponds to that side, and this side corresponds to that side. Now, if you're okay with that, then you're doing well. Now I can work out that the 8 corresponds to the 20. So from smaller to larger, I'm multiplying by 20 divided by 8, 2.5. Work out the length from B to E. Well, I'm not sure about the length from B to E, but I can work out the length from E to C. The length from E to C is 2.5 multiplied by its corresponding side, multiplied by 6.4. 2.5 multiplied by 6.4 is 16. So now I know that's 16. I can work out the whole of the length from B to E. It will be 16 plus 6.4. 16 plus 6.4 gives me an answer of 22.4. And that is a difficult question to end on. I would expect that to be towards the end of a foundation paper. That's very tricky indeed. Right, well done. That is the end of those 7 exam questions on congruence and similarity. I hope you got on okay. Leave me a message. Tell me how you got on. If you've got any questions, leave them in the comments. If you found the film useful, hit like. Thanks for watching. See you in the next film.